Hey everyone, welcome back to the workshop. Artisan Pirate here, and in today's fun video, I'm happy to announce that I'm going to be doing another AMA style video. These are Ask Me Anything videos, to where after you guys view this video, you will sound off down in the comments below and ask me a question that might have been on your mind that you have been wanting to ask me. And it might not have been relevant to a previous video, and you're like, hey, where can I ask him this question? This is the video to do that. I try to be as transparent with you guys as possible, because without you guys liking, sharing, following, and subscribing and supporting the stuff that I do over here on the platform, I could not be out here with the cameras doing what I love to do, and that's making creative content for you guys to hopefully view and enjoy. And I always look forward to doing this style of video, because I never know what style of question you guys are going to ask me. Now, after viewing this video and you guys ask your question down in the comment section below, I'm going to give it 2, 3, possibly even 4 weeks, depending on how many questions do come in, just to generate the questions and everything, and then I'll get them all together and I'll print them out, and then we'll come back out here. If it's too cold out in the workshop, we will hunker down in the model train room and, you know, answer all the questions. It might be a 15-minute video, it might be a 45-minute video, who knows? It depends on how many questions and comments come on this video here. And I try to keep everyone in mind to please ask the questions just here in the comment section of this video. Please do not go around and ask them on all the social medias, because then it's difficult for me to go and track down all of them, if that makes any sense. But before I turn you guys loose and let you guys start asking me questions, I've got 10 of the most common questions I get asked over here on this platform, and I want to quickly run through them, and I might actually answer a question you have been wanting to ask me. So hopefully you'll stay tuned to the end of the video before asking your question. Again, 10 of the most common questions that get asked. The first one, and this is the one I get all the time for people who have never been here, is how big is the workshop? It is 12 foot wide by 24 foot long. It is neither heated, cooled, nor insulated. And for people that know me, they know I can tolerate the summer heat a lot better than I can the winter cold. At the time of this video's recording, the wood stove is crackling merrily, and I have my 2 little heaters back here on the workbench where I spend the majority of my time, because the scroll saw is right here and the table saw is right here. The camera and tripod are sitting on it. And it is very cumbersome to break down a full-size sheet good out here in the workshop. You know, just because the shop is narrow, it's not wide. So I usually wait to a nice mild day to take the table saw. Thankfully, the Rikon table saw is portable. It folds up, and I can take it out in the yard and break down sheet goods whenever I need to bring them in. But I can break them down in the workshop. It's just a little tedious and cumbersome to do that. This was my late grandfather's shop. He built it from the ground up, and I have so many memories with him, and that's going to go into the second question: who taught me woodworking? And my late grandfather was my original woodworking teacher. To me, he is the greatest woodworking teacher for me in my mind's eye, just because of everything he taught me. He not only taught me woodworking, he taught me fishing, gardening, you know, just life skills and how to be a good man and just things like that, you know. And the time I spent with him out here is memories I'll cherish forever. It all started at 14 years of age for me during winter break from school. I think it was Christmas break. I just wanted to come out here and sit by the wood stove and, you know, just listen to my grandfather's story. And then naturally, a young boy's curiosity, I started noticing all the tools, and a lot of them have been upgraded and replaced since then, during that time period. But, you know, naturally I gravitated to the scroll saw. No one ever told me, hey, go to the scroll saw, that's the tool you need to do. I naturally gravitated to it and immediately seen the versatility of a scroll saw and what could be made on it. And back then it was an old vibrating 16-inch 4-inch pen blade scroll saw. If you would turn it on, it'd vibrate and, you know, just walk all the way across the workbench back then. But then my grandfather showed me the Delta 16-inch 2-speed scroll saw, and then I was really off to the races making some beautiful stuff. That's why I like using 1/2-inch plywood a lot, because it's very sentimental and it's what I originally learned on. And then he finally got me the 16-inch variable speed Delta scroll saw, and that was the scroll saw that I started the channel on. But he was my original teacher. That's going to go into question 3: who inspired me to get on YouTube and start filming scroll saw woodworking content? And that is 3 people. Now keep in mind, none of these 3 people ever said, hey, go film videos, you're good at it. I learned by the seat of my pants out here on the platform and just posting videos and seeing what would work and how best to video edit the videos, if that makes any sense. But 3 people Steve Carmichael, Sterling Davis, and Steve Ramsey at Woodworking for Mere Mortals. Now, I have met Sterling Davis. He does live in North Carolina, where I'm at, and thankfully we have got to tag team at some events and do scroll saw demos, and he's a great friend of mine. I can reach out to him anytime with any kind of question for woodworking or just anything in general. He's got a great sense of humor. We kind of got a similar sense of humor and things like that. I'd still love to meet Steve Carmichael and Steve Ramsey at Woodworking for Mere Mortals. But when I started seeing their videos, it kind of inspired me to do it, and that's kind of where my catchphrase came from. When I looked at their shops, you know, they were not big, huge, immaculate workshops. You know, mostly they were in a garage or just a little small shed or something, and I thought, hey, something similar like that is the workshop. You know, 12 foot wide, 24 foot long. Doesn't have a full dust collection, doesn't have a lot of the bells and whistles, but if they can make it or do it, so can I. And then that's kind of where my catchphrase came from. If I can make it or do it, so can you guys. So I want to thank them from the bottom of my heart for inspiring me. Question 4 is why I use Steve Good patterns, especially a lot of his older designs. I like to periodically go through his entire catalog. It does take a little time, but I like to bring patterns to life that might have, when he originally posted them, been somehow overlooked, because I'll bring the pattern out, I'll make the video and post it, and people will comment and say, hey, we can't find the pattern. Please let us know where it is. And you know, I have to go and find the pattern name and then give it to people, you know. But I use a lot of Steve Good designs because ultimately they are free. Steve Good does so much for the scroll saw woodworking community. He goes above and beyond with the beautiful patterns he generates and makes and posts publicly for you guys to enjoy. And because they are free, I can automatically link you guys back to the pattern to where you guys can immediately go download them, print them out, and try them out in your garage or workshops. I also use Fox Chapel Publishing and Scroll Saw Woodworking and Crafts Magazine patterns, but please keep in mind those are bought and paid for patterns. And in some of those videos, people will be like, hey, I'm not buying the magazine for one pattern. Can you photocopy it and email it to me? And I'm not going to do that for a pattern that a lot of people have paid hard-earned money for, if that makes any sense. But that is why I love using Steve Good designs. So thank you, Steve Good, also for everything you do for the scroll saw community. The next question is, do I take custom orders? Now, because of the time crunch of releasing 3 videos weekly, Monday, Wednesday, Friday, you know, that does not leave me a lot of free time to take a custom order. But if I'm far enough ahead on filming, I will, of course, take one if I feel in my heart that I can do it properly, and it will also look good. And that's going to go into question 6, what got my foot in the door, so to speak, and that is the custom compound cut keychains. When I first started posting these over on social media, this was an immediate request to do videos, and I've done several videos on making these. These use the Steve Good keychain pattern generator software that he still offers over on his website. You go to his blog, go all the way to the bottom, just scroll through everything, and it's there for you to download. And he never intended them to be compound cut. Please keep that in mind and be aware of that. He meant for these to be flat, two-dimensional keychains cut out of maybe 1/2 inch or 3/4 inch material. It's just being an artist, and the artistic way I seen it visually was I wanted to do compound cutting. I always love doing compound cutting over on the scroll saw because it really shows off what a scroll saw is capable of. Here's the 2 that I take with me to events. One says Myrtle Beach, the place I love to go to, and the other one says my name, Artisan Pirate. But this is originally what got my foot in the door when I started posting stuff on social media and using social media as a tool to promote what I like to do. You know, a lot of people use social media for various reasons, but I try to use it as an inspiring and motivational platform to promote scroll saw woodworking and keep it relevant now that lasers are becoming more and more affordable for people and weekend hobbyists out in their garage or workshops. Full-time YouTuber, that is the next question. Yes, full-time. This is what I do, and I'm thankful and blessed to be doing it. That's why I like doing videos like this, to interact with you guys and be as transparent as possible with everything you guys like to ask me, and I try to get back to each and every comment. It does take time in the mornings when I'm sipping my coffee to type up responses and everything over on the computer on the community tab. But again, I love what I do. I'm thankful to be doing what I'm doing, and I'm blessed and humbled by all of the support. I checked the app right before filming this video, and I'm right at 11,500 subscribers at the time of this video's recording in late January. So please be aware of that, and I'm thankful for everything you guys do for me, for everything you guys send me, whether a hat, a shirt, a piece of jewelry, you know, a small tool to work with out here. People have sent me, like the Seiko Scroller's drill, you know, the lasers and all that. Thank you all from the bottom of my heart. It deeply humbles me that you guys appreciate and support me that much. The next question is, why don't I do complex designs for Monday Scroll Saw project videos? Keep in mind, Scroll Saw Woodworking was the foundation and backbone of this channel, and I never want to try to betray that. You know, that's what built this platform up and allowed me to go out into different avenues. But the reason I don't do complex designs, again, with Monday, Wednesday, Friday video releases, is just a time crunch. Now, over my annual Christmas break that I take every Christmas and New Year's, you know, to escape the bitter cold out here in the workshop, I did complete some advanced designs. This is a rust beard scroll saw pattern, and I completed it. I've got about 12 hours of work in it. So again, it would take a lot longer to film this style of video if I wanted to film it, as opposed to the projects that I try to bring to the platform. And those are projects that you guys can hopefully get out in your garage or workshops and do in a weekend or a few hours, and then get back to living your life, if that makes any sense. Now, I would be totally open to doing more advanced designs. Just please keep in mind that if I've done complex designs, it might not be a weekly Monday video because of the time involved with a design like that, from cutting it out to making the custom frame to staining, painting, and finishing. So just, I hope you guys are aware of that. The next question, we've got two more. This is the second to last one. Why I don't have multiple channels. And the reason I don't have multiple channels is because I wanted everything to be under one banner of the Artisan Pirate. And that's going to kind of tie into the last question I'm going to answer here in a second. But if I ever post a video, a piece of content over here on the platform that you guys don't want to view, by all means skip over it. But I remember when I branched off into model train stuff, some people reached out and said, if you're going this avenue, we're unsubscribing. And I'm like, wait, what? I'm like, I'm not going away from scroll saw work. That's the dedicated Monday video. It's just Wednesday and Friday are more like a video diary in my mind's eye, to where I can showcase extracurricular activities and show that there is a whole lot more to me than scroll saw woodwork. And that is why I love this platform. I can go in any kind of avenue I want without betraying what originally got my foot in the door over here on this platform, and that was scroll saw woodworking. So I hope that answers that question decently enough. And the next one is, why do I use the Artisan Pirate name and not my real name? Now, I'm thankful for my family name. I'm thankful for the name my mom gave me and everything, you know. But the reason I use the Artisan Pirate name, a lot of people will call me Artisan, they'll call me AP, they'll call me Pirate, you know, just things like that. And, you know, I'm appreciative of that, because that was a name that I created out of my mind, you know, just, you know, something that I could hopefully eventually one day brand. And then I also thought the Artisan Pirate name and the name of the channel, hopefully it would get people curious and want them to see and view the content that was provided by, hey, what is an Artisan Pirate? You know, in that way, shape, or form. And it's also a name that is not pigeonholed or backed into a corner with one specific type of content over here on this platform. If I would have named the channel Artisan Pirates Scroll Saw Woodworking Show, that would be the only thing you guys would expect from me going forward, you know. But now with it just being Artisan Pirate, I love trying to see how many avenues that name can go down. It went down the model train world, the Hot Wheels collecting world, the book review world, the going out and about and travel videos that went into that world. So I just try to see how far I can stretch that name and use it in various different aspects of life. But again, that is why I use that name, and again, I am thankful for my name. But that is the 10 most common questions that get asked, and if I have not answered one of your questions, and those 10 that we just went over, I always try to keep my clipboard close at hand. That's where I'll put the questions when we print them out. Please ask down in the comment section below. And again, please try to keep all of the comments on this specific video to where I don't have to go and hunt them down and try to gather them all in one universal place. Once again, I'm going to give it 2, 3, possibly even 4 weeks for comments and questions to generate. Then we'll pick the camera back up and film the answer video. But hopefully you guys found this video encouraging and hopefully inspiring in some way, shape, or form by me just answering the 10 questions that I have answered here. Again, the answer video might be 15 minutes in length. It might be 45, 50 minutes in length, depending on how many questions come to this video here. But I'm now letting you guys go to sound off with a question down in the comments below. And if it's your new time to the channel, hopefully you'll click that subscribe button and also ask a question down in the comments below. Links to all my social medias as well as all the ways to contact me will always be linked down in the description box below these videos. That's about all for this one. And remember guys, if I can make it or do it, so can you guys. I'm the Artisan Pirate. Take care, and I'll see you guys real soon.